with Justice League, and he goes, "Well, we are going to make this universe to where characters will meet the other characters in other projects. So essentially, yeah, but you're just gonna have to wait to see what we have planned."
Mm.
It's let's see how damaged the brand is before we say yes to Justice League.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, it's just saying, hopefully, Reverse Flash can fix everything with Flashpoint. So,
True. So I guess that's another piece we can quickly tack it on here. So we know that like Batman 2 or Batman Part 2, Joker, and a couple other things that they develop will be Elseworld stories. And then they're just kind of gonna continue this route of they said they're gonna make sure when you see something, you know if it's Elseworld or if it's
Mm.
DC Universe, which again, you got to do that because it's smart. It's kind of like the Sony versus Marvel Studios branding. You know which logo means what, and people are not falling for it anymore, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they saw it in Morbius and just went, nah.
yeah.
Nah.
Like with this whole like slate, what I don't like is this I can't even say it. It's just this
Pessimistic?
pessimistic outlook to this slate. It's actually pretty interesting, but people don't want that. They want the heavy hitters automatically. And from what the synopsis from all this is like, this is too Marvel. I'm like, it's comic books, man.
Yeah.
Pick up an issue, you'll see some weird stuff in there. But
I say I
yeah,
can understand the criticism of that. I don't necessarily think it's inherently a negative, right?
well,
Because
no,
you can look at this entire slate and go, right, cool. Well, the Themyscira, even though he called it Themyscira, whatever the hell he said, and I was like, oh, that's not how you pronounce that. What's going on?
he was on the
Like,
spot, man.
he's like, oh, this is our Game of Thrones. It's like, right, cool. Well, you got your Game of Thrones. Here's the authority, right? Cool. You got your boys. You're capitalizing on that side of the market. Like, you can see where they're all coming from with everything they've announced, which is fair enough. It's smart. You don't want everything just to be the exact same, right? But at the same time, it's let's see how this one works, how this side works, and if this is popular, we'll then push that out further. If this one's not, then well, I guess it stays where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like you do it, like it seems to be like they're doing things that way, but
Yeah, it's just because for me, I've been seeing it's like more negative connotations with this because they wanted to be different. I was like, and we did have different, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
You had a Superman that didn't inspire hope, and that just wanted that's been basically telling you that do your own thing, don't be a better person. Who cares about what other people think? Just do you. If you want to be selfish, go ahead. No one owes you anything. And then to the people who said he was gonna be the idealistic Superman eventually, when after everything,
After the 5-movie plan where everything was going to end and you'd never see it, that's when he would be.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, it wasn't going to be Justice League 2 because we know the second part of Justice League was going to be Nightmare Superman, so it was going to be even worse.
Yeah, and then like with this, and then with Superman Legacy, where we actually have some semblance of an idealistic Superman, where he embodies be a better person every single day, and that he's still trying to find his way in the world, but the problem is that from his, I guess, small neighborhood ideals, the larger world is pretty pessimistic about those ideals in the modern world, and where they shouldn't fit in because you should be looking out for yourself instead of your neighbor. That is more interesting than what we got with Superman and Batman versus Superman.
So especially right now, right? Ironically, the people complaining about that direction the most are the people that need this movie the most.
Well, you also bring that up, but it's like you look at the Elseworld tales, you're still going to get something. If you want your dark, gritty thing, you're going to have Joker too. Like that's, still
yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So, like,
I wouldn't give that movie to my worst enemy. That's
here's your society piece, whatever. Okay, like
pretty certain that the Geneva Convention will ban that thing. This is worse than torture. What are you doing? Enough.
So I guess that's kind of it for the whole sum up of everything DC. I mean, exciting times ahead. Like they got a plan. they're gonna hopefully be able to pull most of this off. I mean, there's still some doubts. People are like, "Oh, multiple of these projects will get canceled." Some of them could, realistically, that could happen. So
Yeah.
it,
At the same time, who cares at this point, right? Because that's no different to what we've had before.
exact. Like, look at the original slate reveal for the DCU. Like, half of it never came out. So
90% of it
it was more than half.
yeah, it's.
I'd say I'm in a weird spot with this. I'm excited to see how everything turns out, and I like the slate. I can't sit here and be like, yeah, I'm hyped, because it's like we don't know directors, we don't know writers,
we know one director.
We don't know actors. I know they're saving it for Comic-Con, but I need something.
Yeah, we know one director. That's it.
I mean, look, I kind
of.
Do
we? All right, fair enough. We know at least one writer because of James Gunn.
James Gunn, yeah. And like, I do want to mention this kind of like, I've seen some people say, well, I'm not excited because there's nothing to be excited about. It's true because they couldn't even reveal logos. Like,
no,
we should have at least had
which is
logo.
weird to say, right? It's like, why couldn't you give me a logo? And everyone complains about Marvel logos at Comic-Con.
Well, potentially, I'm just going over this. Potentially, it's two. With Superman Legacy, their hopeful Gunn would want to direct that one, and the other one is James Mangold still in talks with to direct Swamp Thing. Yeah. So hopefully,
it's like, the Mangold thing we only found out after the fact because he tweeted that picture of Swamp Thing, but no, it wasn't part of the slate reveal,
right?
Which like I assume Mangold will end up getting it. But he's clearly not signed on just yet, or if he has, he's
they're still waiting for things to be final at this point.
Yeah. It just felt like, obviously I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we should have came out and given us more, but it's just going, we're making a movie based on this, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's like, I'm hopeful. I'm going to wait until Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yep.
To start getting excited about everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm satisfied with this. It's fine. It's 10 projects compared to what we had. What was it? The last technically 10 years, where it's like first time we got like 20 projects, and then the next time we had another 15 new projects because half of them were, or like 80% of them were thrown out into the trash because they went nowhere.
You excited for Blackhawks? We're developing
I was just waiting for Tristan to finish to bring that up. I was like, no one's going to remember Blackhawks, and man came.
I specifically wrote that on my notes. It literally says mention Blackhawks.
Steven Spielberg's Blackhawks, like yeah.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing: remain optimistic, everybody, because if this one doesn't succeed, if this thing falls through, I mean, that's the end, right?
That's it.
That's it. So, like.
I'm looking at this slate here, and half stuff didn't come out. Like, Man of Steel 2. Let's see. The Flash is coming out finally.
Unfortunately.
So Batgirl's gone. Birds of Prey got retitled to Harley Quinn for some reason.
I think the writer or director of that movie is still attached to like the actual DC studio. They're still working with her or something.
Yeah. The Sandman TV series came out. I'm glad it came out.
It's fantastic.
Green Lantern Corps, that's gone or got reworked into what we have now, Lanterns.
They say that was a movie, that was a TV show, that was another TV show, and now it's another TV show. In fact, it's had a trilogy of shows and it hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah, it's really, really weird. Oh, I found something else. They had 2 other untitled DC films that we potentially don't know about. Those ones were scheduled for 2018 and 2019.
It's probably Justice League stuff.
Oh,
yeah. And everyone's favorite in 2020, Cyborg.
Yep.
Well, poor Ray Fisher.
Where comics they can say the word because they're not afraid to say it. So, especially if people know.
Don't say the B word, Tristan.
If everyone knows what I'm talking about, it's with this week's Black History Month anthology series for DC. Go read that. It's pretty good, and they also have a cyborg story in there. That whole story is about that word.
Oh,
damn.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, there we go, everybody. So that's kind of a sum up of everything and some of our thoughts on the slate and everything.